Welcome, Trinity School at Meadowview students, parents, families, and friends. Thank you for joining us for the 2021 Virtual Honors and Fine Arts Night. Let us begin with a prayer. Kind and gracious Lord, thank you for the protection you provided for us throughout this year in getting us safely to these closing celebrations. Thank you for all of the goodwill and the good people that supported us. Thank you for the new families that joined us this year and those that will join us for the first time next fall. Thank you for all of the learning that has been completed, with the opportunity to focus on what is good, true, and beautiful, all of which ultimately reflect your goodness, truth, and beauty. Amen. So welcome. By exploring the links on our webpage, you'll be able to see the artwork crafted by the 7th and 12th graders, hear musical compositions from the 9th and 10th graders, and watch the seniors' drama performances if you haven't yet done so. In this video, we will focus on several exceptional academic and service awards, including those who excelled in the American Mathematics competition and the National Latin exam, the juniors chosen for the Trinity Life and Thalmasian Award, and the Senior Graduate Award recipients, and the parent honored as the Man or Woman of the Year. We'll also take a few moments to mention each member of the graduating class of 2021 and their plans for next year.
Last November, each of our 7th and 8th grade students participated in the American Mathematics competition. This is a math exam sponsored by the Mathematics Association of America. There were two students who tied for the highest score on the AMC-8, Sophia Hughes and Anya Maloney. Congratulations to you both. For the older students, those in grades 9 and 10 can participate in the AMC-10, and any high schooler can participate in the AMC-12. In February, we had 8 students take the AMC-10, and a dozen students participated in the AMC-12. The top score for the AMC-10 was earned by Gabriel Ortner, and the top score on the AMC-12 was achieved by Wang Pham. Congratulations, fellas. On March 9th, students in grades 7 through 10 took the National Latin exam. The following slides will highlight those students who received a perfect score on the exam, as well as those who met the categories of summa cum laude and maximum cum laude. The testing group changed the names of the tests this year. So now our students take the Introduction to Latin exam, Beginning Latin exam, Intermediate Latin exam, and Intermediate Latin Reading Comprehension exam. Congratulations to all of you.
The Thalmasian Award recognizes students in the junior year who have displayed an outstanding sense of wonder in 3 categories of knowledge highly prized at Trinity: the humanities, fine arts, and mathematics and science. Thalmasian is the Greek word for wonder, used to describe the origin of philosophy. Socrates celebrated and encouraged this quality in his students, reminding them that wonder is only the beginning of philosophy. In wondering, we begin to seek the causes of seeming contradictions. It is a sense of wondering, of curiosity, of awe, which energizes the mind and guides its inquiry. In the Metaphysics, Aristotle says, "It is owing to their wonder, thaumazein, that men both now begin and at first began to philosophize. They wondered originally about the obvious difficulties, then advanced little by little to greater matters, like the moon and stars and the origins of the universe." Thought and investigation lead us to knowledge. Knowledge satisfies the desire to know and relieves us of our puzzlement. This is why the sense of wonder is so important, and it is why a community of learners is an important and natural human community, wherein we share our sense of wonder and our efforts to understand. We celebrate the sense of wonder in a few representatives of the junior class as they prepare to take their place as leaders in our school and as senior members within our community of learners. Congratulations to the following students who model the desire for knowledge and the efforts to achieve it. For exceptional sense of wonder and depth of inquiry in the humanities, Emma Weaver and Mike Christensen. For exceptional sense of wonder and depth of inquiry in the fine arts, Rebecca Rice and Nathaniel Carter. For exceptional sense of wonder and depth of inquiry in mathematics and science, Elizabeth Eggy and Wang Pham. Congratulations to all.
The Trinity Life Award celebrates the student organization, Trinity Life. Every year, the award goes to one 11th grade boy and one 11th grade girl in recognition of their dedication to the values of Trinity Life. These two students demonstrate an outstanding commitment to our school community and help shape school life through conduct, spirit, culture, fellowship, and service. The award recognizes the caliber of the students' leadership, support, and cooperation in school events and organizations that animate, inspire, and pour life into the school. The male recipient of the 2021 Trinity Life Award is a young man who loves to say yes. He is the person who steps in reliably, dependably, just as sure as the sun rises in the east whenever help is needed. So he says yes to helping with welcome parties and ice cream socials for new students. Yes to presentations at Trinity open houses, even at the last minute to cover for someone who had a conflict. He took on an active role in the Thanksgiving food drive, encouraging his class to collect as much as possible in collaboration with the girls to donate to the needy in a particularly tough year. In the end, as a school, Trinity collected 172 boxes of food and almost $9,000 in cash and gift cards. At the end of the competition, he helped stack all the boxes of food in the St. Philip shed. Then, on the Wednesday that school let out, he started off his Thanksgiving break by helping to load up the boxes of food, driving them over to the food bank, waiting in a long line to get to the drop-off, and unloading them. This is just one example of his servant leadership. He stepped up with quest events, encouraging and cheering for his class. He also lent a hand afterwards, staying to help the teachers take care of the equipment and clear it away. He has participated in barbershop and chorale. He is also a member of the debate club and will be co-president next year. He makes it a point to attend every Trinity event he can, and students from other classes have noted his kindness and his welcoming attitude. He was supportive of the International Justice Mission fundraiser, and he set up the tables and signs on the day of the 5K, even though he wasn't able to run. He also volunteered this year with virtual information nights for prospective families. He can't keep his enthusiasm for Trinity to himself. When an ACL tear and subsequent surgery canceled his lacrosse season, something he had been eagerly practicing for, he cheerfully decided he could be manager, even if he could not play. He set an example of positivity and dedication to his team. He organized and promoted the first ever virtual coffee house. He created videos to encourage students to participate and a trailer to advertise the event to the whole Trinity community. He contributed a skit and a musical act as well. He always takes the time to compose senior honorings, and this year was no exception. This young man who loves to say yes has Trinity in his heart. Joe Welpley, your devotion to the school and what it stands for, your commitment to participating in Trinity culture, your kindness and your cheerful desire to help whenever and wherever you can exemplify the meaning of Trinity life. Joe, it is our great honor to award you the 2021 Trinity Life Award. Congratulations. The female recipient of the 2021 Trinity Life Award will be instantly known to all when I tell you this crucial fact. She sings. She is an unmistakable presence on campus, immediately recognizable for her joyful and vibrant participation in the life of the school. Her classmates and teachers respect and admire her for her kindness, her warmth, and her enthusiasm. She participates wholeheartedly in sports and is an exceptional athlete. In Quest events, she unfailingly shows spirited and encouraging leadership. She cheers her classmates, and yes, she sings to them too. She is unwavering in her support and encouragement of others. She is an active participant in enrichment days, and she was one of the driving forces in the Thanksgiving food collection. Over her years at Trinity, she's been active in both chorale and chamber choir. She regularly volunteers at Trinity open houses for prospective students and at class parties for the younger grades. She is deeply committed to forging relationships between the classes and reaching out as a friend to all students. She is equally friendly to faculty, making them feel valued and loved, and generously showing her appreciation for their efforts. Each year, this young lady takes time out to honor the senior girls. This year, she offered 3 honorings. She also organized the International Justice Mission 5K. She produced a heartfelt video explaining what IJM does and took a trip to the other campus to explain and promote the charity event to the middle school students. She even took on the daunting task of soliciting local businesses for sponsorships. Her hard work was met with abundant success. The race had over 100 runners and raised $15,000. She did a wonderful job promoting and co-hosting the first virtual coffee house with Joe. In between presenting the act, she put on a skit of her own and showcased a variety of personal musical talents. For this young lady, the love of the school runs deep. She has even been heard to say that she wishes she could just wear her Trinity uniform forever. Well, Lucy Treen, we don't see a perpetual plaid skirt in your future, but your enthusiasm for all things Trinity, your kind heart, the generous way you share your talent and set an example of servant leadership show that you embody the spirit of Trinity life. Lucy, it is our great honor to award you the 2021 Trinity Life Award. Congratulations.
Each member of the graduating class of 2021 has been honored by the younger students in the closing weeks of the school year during morning prayer. They'll be honored again tomorrow by the faculty at the senior dinner. Tonight, I will mention each by name and his or her plans for next year before announcing the 2021 Graduate Award winners.
Hudson Abbott will be attending the Virginia Polytech Institute and State University, more commonly known as Virginia Tech, where he will study mathematics. Felix Barth will be heading to Emory University to study public health. Kurt Barth will be going to the University of Richmond, majoring in business. Noah Bryant will attend Wake Forest University and study business. Alice Bui will be going to New York University with a focus on education. Stephen DeSalle will be attending the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University and studying engineering. Ava Flory will attend the University of Virginia with a focus on business and marketing. Ian Girdner will be going to the University of Virginia to study engineering. Benjamin Hanna will attend the University of Miami, where he will study engineering. Grace Hitchcock will be heading to Clemson University to major in bioengineering. Jada Hotmeyer will go to the University of Virginia, where she will study sociology. Christopher Coble will attend the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University and study chemistry and physics. Micah LaPerriere will be going to Baylor University to study public health. Daniel Moss will attend Clemson University and study psychology and criminal justice. Charles Vanad will go to the Catholic University of America and study engineering and physics. Chloe Rankin will attend the University of Virginia with a focus on biochemistry. Nina Rees will be going to Gordon College to study psychology. Silas Runyon will attend the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University and study engineering. Joshua Smith will be going to Auburn University, where he will focus on aerospace engineering. Anderson Vent will attend the University of Michigan and study history. Marie Vernick will be going to Benedictine College to study in the graphic design and the evangelization and catechesis programs. Grant Wernick will be attending Duke University to study economics and history.
The highest award Trinity Schools offers its students is a Graduate Award. The Graduate Awards are presented to two seniors who, in the opinion of the faculty, exhibit the highest and most complete expression of the core ideals of Trinity School. Trinity School is a community of learners, and academic excellence in all of its expressions is central. The mission statement of Trinity Schools highlights these core ideals: participation in the discovery of truth and the creation of beauty, the practice of goodness, the development of intellectual and aesthetic habits of thought, the rigorous exploration of reality, the free and disciplined exchange of ideas, and the active participation in the arts. This year, the faculty has chosen Ian Girdner and Chloe Rankin to receive the Graduate Awards for the class of 2021. Ian Girdner has excelled across the Trinity School curriculum. In the humanities, the faculty honored Ian for being clearly invested in all of the material, for absorbing text quickly, attentive to small details and nuances, making keen distinctions, uncovering themes and patterns, and running out implications, for testing the author's presuppositions against common sense and morality, for being deeply engaged in nearly every discussion, interacting well with his classmates, carefully listening, and pursuing questions of substance, for having good insights and an ample amount of good sense, for being positive, committed, and diligent. Ian's math and science teachers recognize his excellent understanding of each topic, his great questions as he pressed for clarity and sought depth of understanding, his desire to wrestle with mathematical theories and what they were saying about physical reality, his ability to build upon material from previous years and apply these to new settings. And in the studio and performing arts, Ian was known for paying careful attention to the form and elements of art and how they interacted with the pieces being discussed, for improving on skills he has developed with great focus and care, for receiving feedback constructively and willing to challenge himself and try new things, as well as learn from his mistakes, for being clearly invested with a quiet enthusiasm in every portion of the music curriculum, theory, composition, and choir. Ian will be giving the valedictory address at the commencement ceremony on Saturday. Chloe Rankin has also excelled across the whole Trinity curriculum. Her studio and performing arts teachers noted she chose a challenging portrait and executed it with excellence. She paid careful attention to detail and presentation. She showed wonder and delight at the way artists use color, light, and shadow. She took feedback and instruction well. She always found ways to encourage herself and her classmates when a project was proving difficult. She was dedicated to mastering counterpoint composition. She sang wholeheartedly in choir, enjoying the camaraderie, and had a cheerful and willing spirit. In the humanities program, the faculty honored Chloe for her vivid sense of wonder, her ability to read literature with feeling, entering into the author's imaginative world, her strong desire to expand her understanding of the world, her ability to be attentive both to small details and to synthesize big ideas across multiple texts, her openness to the insights of her classmates as she deepened and refined her own positions, and her eager, cheerful, and enthusiastic demeanor. In math and science, Chloe was known for asking excellent questions about the hows and the whys, for not being afraid to say she didn't understand something, and honing in on areas that were still unclear, for pushing to understand why the procedures being learned worked, for regularly looking for connections between the material covered and her experience with physical reality, for having a balance of competence, consistency, and curiosity, and for coming to class with a huge smile, ready to work with an infectious positive attitude. Chloe will be offering the invocation, an opening prayer, on Saturday. Ian and Chloe, congratulations and thank you for all you have done with excellence as members of the Trinity School community. Before ending my portion of this video, I'd like to focus on the parents and first thank the whole parent community for their support this year. As we lived through the manifold restrictions caused by life in a pandemic, so many of your normal involvements in this, we are all eagerly looking forward to a more normal year next year. So thank you, parents. Trinity School at Meadowview has been in the habit of annually thanking a particular parent volunteer as the man or woman of the year for his or her outstanding contributions to our school community. This year, we'd like to honor Erica Hotmeyer. While Mrs. Hotmeyer has always been a significant and enlivening member of our school community, she took on a weighty and invaluable service this particular year because of her training as a registered nurse, certified emergency nurse, and more recently, a certified COVID-19 contact tracer. She joined our opening task force over the summer and worked alongside us the rest of the year as an expert advisor regarding COVID protocols. Her service is wonderfully and openly integrated with her faith, and she is a reminder to all of us of that essential grounding. For example, she began a PowerPoint presentation she created to help train the faculty in August with a passage from Jeremiah that she thought was for all of us this year. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. And her emails were always sprinkled with assurances of prayer, prayers for the planning and decision making, and certainly prayers for any member of the community who were ill or quarantining. And once she noted that when she couldn't sleep, she chose to pray for all of us. In her advisory role, she went above and beyond what was asked. If we asked advice about our thermostats, she offered to stop by and personally look at them. Any question we asked would be answered with a long and detailed email. These emails could include summaries of research she just did for us, or input she sought from other schools, nurses, or a pediatrician's office, and links to recent articles. She'd place regular calls into the Fairfax County Health Department to help us understand their evolving protocols, including some calls in which she talked through what she described as respectful disagreements. She also gladly made herself available to discuss COVID protocols or health concerns with staff, faculty, or parents, and she fielded numerous such calls throughout the year. Many who talked with her appreciated the clarity and thus also the peace of mind she offered. In a year in which we saw our country riven by layers of sharp disagreements and division, Mrs. Hotmeyer was consistently a force for unity. She accomplished this not just by her prayers, but by the tenor of all her communication. Her words were balanced, gracious, kind, and encouraging. She always found things to be thankful for and noted her appreciation for all the effort being put in by everyone else. She was eager to serve and regularly stated, "Happy to help," or "Please let me know if you have any more questions I can answer." For a behind-the-scenes look at her service this year, her children offered some additional insight. From her 7th grader, "My mom stands out as being selfless, helping out other kids and their families at Trinity. She takes me and my friends to Wendy's Wednesdays, so we can have hangout time together and get to know each other better over Frosties and fries." From her 10th grader, "I really appreciate the way my mom is always giving rides to me and my friends and willing to host us. Even with all her other commitments, she still makes time, late at night and in the early morning, to help Trinity. She is always willing to help connect people with each other." And from her senior, "She is the hardest worker I know. Her genuine tenacity and her work ethic are contagious and affect those around her. While she served Trinity during COVID-19, I watched her hop on numerous calls and conferences with a smile on her face. She was, and is, never without a spirit of generosity. Especially this year, she was a beacon of encouragement for me and for all her family and friends. Thank you, Mrs. Hotmeyer, on behalf of all of us." Please take time to enjoy at your leisure the links to the fine arts displays. Here you will see showcased our students' creations of beauty in studio art and music composition. We've also included again the links to the senior drama performances. The faculty and I are looking forward to seeing the seniors and their parents tomorrow, and we hope to see a large number of you at the graduation ceremony at St. Philip's on Saturday. May you all have a blessed summer and enjoy some well-deserved rest. Thank you.